existed at the time of division. As per the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014 and the assurances made, the Government of India has made the resource gap Polavaram project, financial assistance to Amaravathi, Institute of National Importance, establishing Institutes of National Importance, Dugirajapatnam Port at Nellore, increase of seats in the AP State Legislative Assembly, resolving anomalies in taxation matters, construction of a steel plant at Vizag, Kadapa district, establishment of the Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor, constructions of Visakhapatnam and Vijayawada metro rails, rapid rail and road connectivity to Amaravathi, development assistance to backward districts, apportionment of Schedule 9 and Schedule 9 institutions, apportionment of Schedule 10 institutions, and establishment of a Greyhound training centre. My government has made rigorous and untiring efforts during the last 3 years and 9 months to get all issues listed above are implemented and reiterate people's demand to expedite the resolution of all provisions incorporated in the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act and assurances made in relation to it, including according the special category status. Once a prosperous state, the newly formed state of Andhra Pradesh is now faced with a severe drop in per capita income, leading to a decrease of Rs 35,000 when compared to other southern states, requiring support of Government of India to the state till a level playing field is achieved compared to its neighbouring states by expeditiously implementing all provisions and entitlements as incorporated in the APRA and assurances made. My government will leave no stone unturned to get them resolved favourably. Undaunted by the numerous challenges post-bifurcation, my government, under the leadership of Chief Minister Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, converted every crisis into an opportunity thanks to his astute leadership. Our vision is to build a happy, inclusive and innovative society, and we aspire to be among the 3 best states in India by 2022, be the best state in the country by 2029, and a global destination by 2050. For India to grow at 8 to 9%, some states need to grow at more than the national average. We are targeting a compound annual growth of 12% till 2029 and a high level of Human Development Index of 0.90 by 2029 through structural and social transformation and through macro-level planning with micro-level execution. We have embarked on this journey of high growth through a developmental framework of 7 missions, 5 grids and 5 campaign modes. The framework emphasizes improving the rural and urban infrastructure, saturate basic needs of the poor, and create the economic infrastructure to create jobs, prosperity and happiness. My government is working for sustained empowerment of the poor, marginalized and the most vulnerable sections of the society and making them active stakeholders of the state building process. To ensure balanced regional growth, my government has evolved a strategy to drive growth and develop all the backward districts in the state by establishing major industries in each of these areas, duly leveraging the advantage of adjacent major cities like Visakhapatnam for North Coastal districts and Chennai, Bengaluru and Hyderabad for Rayalaseema districts, Bhavanapadu Port, Kia Motors of South Korea, Bell, Agri-Processing Parks, Tourism Projects, Anantapur Amaravathi Expressway, Airport Development, Central University, Energy University, National Academy of Customs, Excise and Narcotics are some of the major projects in these backward districts to drive growth and create employment. 7 out of the 11 Scheduled 13 institutions promised to the state under the AP Reorganization Act, namely IIT, IIM, IISCR, Central University, Tribal University, IIIT and Petroleum University are located in the identified backward districts of Rayalaseema and North Coastal areas of the state. Honourable members may recall that the development journey so far has not been easy, and it is only due to our determination, self-respect and self-confidence that the state has become a role model in certain areas due to its astute leadership and support and cooperation of the people of the state. Growth achievement of Andhra Pradesh in the recent past has been a success story. My government could accomplish a growth rate of 11.31%, average for 3 years, including the current year's half-yearly growth performance of 11.37%, as in India's growth rate of 6.97% for the same period. Despite deficit rainfall of minus 30% in the last year and minus 13.4% during this year, the state has achieved significant growth in the economy in general and agriculture sector in particular. My government's emphasis on agriculture and allied sectors with focus on efficiency enhancement, conserving groundwater resources, best management practices, increasing irrigation potential and technology adoption have together contributed towards making the state drought-proof. Anantapur district, which has the second lowest rainfall in the country and has experienced 13 years drought conditions during the last 17 years, now stands tall with one of the finest groundwater recharges, surpassing even some of the coastal districts. Steps taken by my government to overcome the drought conditions through effective management of water resources and short and long-term strategies are yielding results and are providing higher farm incomes. To achieve sustainable double-digit inclusive economic growth and to give boost to employment creation and infrastructure development, my government has identified high-impact priority projects and established a Chief Minister's Delivery Unit for strategic planning, problem-solving and monitoring and accelerating the pace of these projects. Some of these projects are economic cities with walk-to-work concept like Jakampudi Footwear City, Convention City at Vizag, Sports City at Vizag, Defence City at Kurnool, Apparel City at Anantapuram, Food Processing City at Chittoor and East Godavari. Both industrial corridors, namely Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor, Chennai-Bangalore Industrial Corridor, monitoring the conversion of MOUs, tourism infrastructure, Amaravathi-Anantapur Highway, Beach Corridor, Bhavanapadu Port, Bhogapuram Port, Varavakal Airport, expansion of Vijayawada Airport, Amaravathi Capital City Development, 500 made-in-AP products, launch of brand Amaravathi, modernization of market yards, increasing area under micro-irrigation institutions under Schedule 13 of the APRA 2014. Respected members, my government is organizing the citizen engagement campaigns of Janmabhoomi, Maavuru and Nava Nirmana Diksha regularly for becoming active stakeholders of the development process while bringing the government to the doorstep and redressing their grievances. The latest and fifth round of Janmabhoomi Maavuru participation of more than 1 crore people for discussions on 10 themes besides games and cultural activities. As a result of the efforts of the government and making credit and inputs available to the farmers in time, agriculture and allied sectors have shown encouraging growth of 25.60% in the first half of the current financial year. Agriculture 17.44%, fisheries 42.73%, livestock 13.68% and horticulture 18.62%. Subsectors are major constituents of the growth in agriculture sector. Andhra Pradesh stood first for the second consecutive year in the country in distributing soil health cards to farmers. 54.27 lakh soil health cards were distributed during the last 3 years, with recommendations which resulted in reduction of fertilizer consumption by 1.57 lakh MTs in the Kharif 2017 compared to Kharif 2016. My government is currently working with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which will provide technical and manpower assistance for digital soil mapping. To correct micronutrient deficiency, my government has covered 12.37 lakh hectares of area. Andhra Pradesh is the only state to allocate a separate budget for supply of micronutrients on 100% subsidy. During the last 3 years, 1.21 lakh MTs of micronutrients were distributed, incurring an expenditure rupees 157 crore, while about 1 lakh MTs is distributed this year so far at a cost of 98.60 crores. 26.53 lakh quintals of quality seeds were distributed during the last 3 years, and 10.41 lakh quintals have been distributed this year. While rupees 1,547 crore was given as input subsidy to 20.40 lakh farmers during the last 3 years, 15.5 lakh farmers have been covered this year so far. To enhance awareness on best practice in agriculture, about 11,633 demonstrations have been established by my government during the last 3 years under the Chandrana Raitu Kshetralu. Sustained efforts of productivity and enhancement are expected to result in an increase of food grain production from 149.16 lakh million ton MTs in 2016-17 to 157.59 lakh MTs in 2017-18. My government is at the forefront of technology-driven transformation in agriculture and has been promoting extensive usage of IT in agriculture sector. A global event, AP Agri-Tech Summit 2017, held at Visakhapatnam during November 2017, has set the tone for bringing together global leaders in cutting-edge technologies in the agriculture sector to the aid of small and marginal farmers in the state. Zero-budget natural farming will become a comprehensive and long-term welfare initiative for the farmers, with a target to reach 5 lakh farmers and to cover 5 lakh hectares in around 1,600 villages covering all mandals and districts. My government has entered into an MOU with the University of Iowa for building a mega seed park in 650 acres at Tagarancha agriculture farm in Kurnool district and allotted an amount of 670 crores to that effect. This shall ensure the availability of quality seeds with a low cost to every farm holder in the state. Supply of seed subsidy using biometric system, e-crop booking, pest and disease management through Plantix and PIMS application, analysis of soil moisture through sensors, and geotagging of water resources and rain guns, developing a separate mobile application for recording crop cutting experiments data, which helps to solve crop insurance claims faster, updating information of schemes on AgriSend portal are some of the innovative IT initiatives in agriculture. Government of AP is implementing the Agriculture Debt Redemption Scheme with an approximate cost outlay of 24,000 crores to help farmers facing economic crisis due to unfavorable environmental situations by deciding to waive the crop loan and agriculture gold loans availed for agriculture purpose, together not exceeding rupees 1.5 lakh per family. In Agriculture Debt Redemption Scheme, so far, 13,976 crore is adjusted to 117.6 lakh accounts. For horticulture debt redemption, so far, 384.47 crores was released in favor of 2.24 lakh loan accounts of farmers. Special focus is given to the tenant farmers for providing access to institutional credit by issuing loan eligibility cards and certificate of cultivation. While in 2014-15, the total loan sanctioned to tenant farmers were rupees 272.49 crores, in 2017-18 it increased to 2,326.88 crores, which is eightfold increase in a span of 3 years. Horticulture sector is moving ahead of agriculture and is growing at 18.62% to make Andhra Pradesh a major horticulture hub. We are planning to expand the area under horticulture crops from existing 41.08 lakh acres to 100 lakh acres. AP ranks second in the country in the coverage of micro-irrigation with coverage of 20.60 lakh hectares. Benefiting 6.25 lakh farmers, MOUs were entered with 13 micro-irrigation companies for establishing manufacturing units in AP with an investment of rupees 128.5 crores. My government targets to cover 1 million farmers in the next 3 years under 1,000 farmer producer organizations for agriculture and allied sectors to establish forward and backward linkages. The contribution of GVA from livestock is targeted to be rupees 75,000 crores in 2017-18. We are focusing on improvement in production of milk, meat and egg under livestock sector to ensure earnings of rupees 10,000 income per month to every household. Every fifth egg in country comes from Andhra Pradesh. From 1309 acre in 2014-15, the egg production has gone up to 1583 crore in 2016-17 and to 1342 crore so far in 2017-18. The state ranks at 4th position in meat production of 6.33 lakh LMTs in 2016-17, going up from 5.28 LMTs during 2014-15. The state ranks 5th in milk production with 22 LMTs in 2016-17 from 96.5 LMTs in 2014-15. My government has introduced a unique program, probably for the first time in the country, to achieve self-sufficiency of fodder at village level through promotion of Uru Pashugara Kshetralu, for which our state has got 10th Global Leadership Award 2017. Already 3 fodder godowns are established in Chittoor, Anantapur and Kadapa districts. 27,805 MTs of silage has been produced and distributed to farmers covering 76,140 hectares. Growth in fisheries sector, which has been spectacular. The sector contributes 6.4% to GSDP, provides employment for about 14.5 lakh people and contributed to 17,000 crore from seafood export during 2016-17. AP ranks first in total fish and shrimp production by producing more than 70% of the cultured shrimp in the country. From 19.78 lakh tons with a value of 22,707 crores during 2014-15, the fish production of the state has moved to 27.66 lakh tons with GVA valued at rupees 43,538 crores in 2016-17. AP state envisions to become aquaculture hub by investing in processing capacity and export. Cold Chain Corporation is being set up to reduce the post-harvest losses and to add value to the produce. Modernization of market yards and Raitu Bazaars is being done to help farmers to get the right value of their produce. Integration of wholesale markets with e-markets platform eNAM is picking up pace. My government has set up a target of 50% green cover by 2029 for making the state Harita Andhra Pradesh. We are setting up Nagar Vanam and Palle Vanam to spread awareness and to provide recreational space. As per the India State Forest Report 2017, out of the total increase of 6,778 square kilometers of forest area in the country, Andhra Pradesh accounted for 2141 square kilometers, the highest by any state. Water conservation and management are essential for Andhra Pradesh as we are a lower riparian state, and the majority of our state's population depends on the primary sector for their livelihoods. With focus on completion of 29 priority projects, including interlinking of rivers, state has laid emphasis on restoration of tanks and water bodies, development of cascades and micro-irrigation to ensure optimal utilization of the precious resource. With the water conservation efforts put in by my government under the Neeru Chettu, remarkable rise of about 4.5 meters of groundwater table is observed in the entire state, resulting in increased irrigation potential and shoring up drinking water availability. The long-cherished dream of interlinking of rivers, Godavari and Krishna, became a reality with the commissioning of the Pattisima scheme in a record time of 1 year by March 2016, which transferred 106 TMC of water this year from the Godavari basin to other basins. This achievement of my government was recognized by the Central Board of Irrigation and Power, Government of India, by conferring the award for optimum and efficient utilization of water resources in Godavari Delta system for 2017. My government has inaugurated 8 ongoing projects out of the 29 prioritized projects proposed for completion in 1 year. These are Purushottamapatnam Lift Irrigation Scheme and Aniket across Sharda River, Muchuvari Lift Irrigation Scheme, Kandaleru Left Canal Lift Scheme, Gandikota CBR Lift, Siddhapuram Lift Irrigation Scheme, modernization of Yerakalva and formation of Pungonda Reservoir in West Godavari district. 5 projects are ready for inauguration. These are the Peddapalam Lift Irrigation Scheme on Krishna River, Chinnasana Lift Irrigation Scheme, Wow Tunnel, Gorakulu Balancing Reservoir and Pulikanuma Lift Irrigation Scheme. 15 other irrigation projects at various stages of completion and will be ready by June 2018. In the last 3 years, a total of 13.61 lakh acres of IACAT was created by spending 48,474 crores. The government is closely and continuously monitoring the progress of Polavaram Irrigation Project, the lifeline of Andhra Pradesh, for which reputed international agencies have been entrusted with specialized works for speedy completion of the project. The government is determined to overcome all the hurdles to complete the project in a record time to get water into Polavaram right and left main canals through gravity by early 2019. Modernization of Godavari, Krishna and Penna the deltas, Nagarnasagar canal system and Eluru canal system are under progress to improve the water use efficiency of the existing canal systems. Commissioning of the Purushottamapatnam Lift Irrigation Scheme, Uttarandhra Sujala Sravanti project contemplated for the diversion of 63.33 TMC of surplus water from Godavari to drought-prone areas of Visakhapatnam, Vijayanagaram and Srikakulam districts, and Somasila high-level canal are expected to fulfill the water needs substantially. Linking Godavari to Penna, Vamsadhara to Nagavali, Nagavali Suvarnamukhi, Vegavati Champavati, together with the Pavita Sangamam of Godavari Krishna river link in a phased manner, will make Maha Sangamam a sacred linking of 5 rivers. In addition, the state has several other projects in the pipeline. They include the Hira Mandalam Reservoir to Ichapuram high-level canal, linking Nagavali, Swarnamukhi, Vegavati and Champavati rivers, lifting of water from GDPalli Reservoir to feed Bairavani Tippa project and feeding tanks en route the canal, GDPalli Upper Pennar project lift irrigation scheme, water supply to Mullapalli and other 4 tanks, water supply to West Mandals of Kurnool district, construction of new barrages on River Krishna, the Godavari Pennar link, Komanur Canal to Pennar link, Chintalapudi Ettipotla, West Godavari Krishna and 2 projects, Vedavati and Gundrevula in Kurnool district. Under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana, watershed programs, an area of 10.9 lakh hectares has been treated so far, incurring a total expenditure of 1,501 crore. Under the scheme, 1.83 lakh hectares of additional area was bought under irrigation since 2014-15, thereby benefiting 1.51 lakh farmers. Of this, 62,964 hectares is created during the year. In addition to the above measures, efforts are made for in situ conservation of water by completing 4.85 lakh farm ponds up till now only, while another 1.22 lakh are in progress. My government has initiated Jala Samrakshana Udayamam for a period of 116 days starting from 12th February 2018. While we focus upon growth at the same time, we are cognizant that for growth to be most meaningful and sustained in the long run, it must be inclusive and must benefit all groups, especially those groups which, due to various social, historical and structural reasons, have been denied access to resources and opportunities. That is, the scheduled caste due to social marginalization and lack of access to resources, the scheduled tribes due to geographical isolation, the backward class due to decline in patronage for the traditional and skill-based occupations, the minorities due to socio-economic educational underdevelopment, the Kapus due to their relative deprivation, the poor among the Brahmins and the EBCs due to the overall constriction of opportunities. Government is implementing a clear strategy which will rest upon the multiple pivots of ensuring adequate allocation of resources, empowerment through education, fostering sustainable livelihood, and finally implementing welfare measures which are tailored for the specific needs of the community and meets their aspirations. As a step in the above direction, the government has recommended for inclusion of Kapu, Teliga, Balija, Ontari community in the list of backward classes and for providing 5% reservation in education and employment, and also for inclusion of the Valmiki, Boya community in the list of scheduled tribes. A one-man commission has been constituted to inter alia inquire into certain issues relating to the communities among the scheduled castes. For ensuring adequate allocation of resources, the government has during the last 4 years substantially enhanced allocation of the scheduled caste component and scheduled tribes component, has introduced the backward class sub-plan in the year 2015-16, established the AP State Kapu Welfare and Development Corporation in 2015-16, the AP Brahmin Welfare Corporation in 2015-16, the AP Most Backward Classes Welfare Corporation in 2017-18, the AP SC Cooperative Finance Corporation has received its highest ever funding in the year 2017-18. The allocation of funds for the 11 BC federations is also significantly increased. AP is the pioneer in implementing the scheme of welfare hostels and residential school system, which is a model for the entire country. 3.3 lakh students belonging to the SC, ST, BC and minority communities are studying in 3,723 hostels and 1.7 lakh students in 421 welfare residential schools. To double the status of knowledge hub and ensuring that no child is left behind in his quest for knowledge, a comprehensive scheme of post-matric scholarship, the largest in the country, is being implemented through the Janmabhoomi portal launched during 2017-18. The scheme is benefiting 16.80 lakh SC, ST, BC, minorities, CAPO and EBC students with an annual outlay of 2,981 crores. Maintenance fee to the students is now being paid every month and tuition fee to the education institutions every quarter. For the further benefit of the 16.8 lakh post-matric scholarship students, government proposes to streamline and also enhance the quantum of maintenance fees paid to the students from the academic year 2018-19. To empower and support the girl child and promote compulsory marriage registration, Chandranna Pelli Kanuka, a single desk for all marriage-related incentive schemes, will be implemented from 2018-19. It will incorporate the Giriputrika scheme for ST brides and the Dulhan scheme for the minority brides with incentives of Rs 50,000 and the new Chandranna Pelli Kanuka scheme for SC brides with an incentive of 40,000 and the BC brides with an incentive of Rs 35,000. To enable streamlined, functioning and effective service delivery, the activities of all the welfare departments are consolidated onto integrated online portals deploying biometrics and analytics. During 2017, the online beneficiary management and monitoring system of the Welfare Finance Corporations is recipient of the CSI Nihilant E-Governance Award, and the Janmabhoomi portal is recipient of the Scoch Award. Digital classrooms and virtual teaching is proposed to be deployed in all hostels and residential schools during 2017-18. Rupees 29,025 crores is allocated to the scheduled caste component in the last 4 years. Under the perspective plan, safe drinking water is being provided to 1,005 SC habitations with an outlay of 226.25 crores and 446 roads are being laid with an outlay of 452.08 crores. During the last 4 years, Rupees 5,487.91 crores is allocated for education and related schemes benefiting over 24 lakh SC students annually. The residential school system is being strengthened. 8 new schools have been sanctioned under NABARD, and the existing infrastructure is being improved with an outlay of Rupees 150 crores. For providing sustainable livelihoods, Rupees 7,684.54 crores is sanctioned by the SC Corporation to 6.56 lakh beneficiaries in the last 4 years. The NSFDC scheme and the NSKFDC scheme for the Safai Karamcharis is revived, and Rupees 120 Rupees 30 crore outlays respectively provided in 2017-18. 200 Innova cars and 100 Toyota vehicles are financed for SC youth, and 500 tractor trailers are being sanctioned rehabilitation of SC Safai Karamcharis. The government has received a defunct land purchase scheme for landless SC women by substantially enhancing the unit cost up to Rupees 15 lakhs per acre, and during 2017-18, an extent of 4,333 acres is being purchased in an outlay of Rupees 200 crores. The new Jagjeevan Jyoti scheme is providing 75 units free of cost to 10.53 SC households with an outlay of Rupees 159.23 crores. 2 additional LED bulbs are supplied free to 9.18 lakh SC families with an outlay of Rupees 18.28 crores. To ensure equity and social justice, the government is committed to ensure that the non-statutory benefits, including economic support scheme, are extended in proportion to the population of SC subcaste as per the orders issued in GO MS number 25, Social Welfare, dated 1st May 2015. As a fitting tribute to the father of the Indian Constitution, the Ambedkar Smriti Vanam is being established in an outlay of Rupees 97 crores and 125 feet tall statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Memorial Complex, Dhyana Mandiram, Memorial Garden, Convention Center and associate facilities. A 20-acre site at a vantage location is allotted in Amaravathi for this landmark project. Rupees 10,033.45 crores are allocated in the ST component between 2014-15 to 2017-18 for the welfare and development of scheduled tribes. Rupees 155.9 crores is being incurred for providing safe drinking water for 1057 habitations, and 287 kilometers of roads is being laid with 863 crores for providing road connectivity to the tribal habitations. The government proposes to provide broadband connectivity in all Gram Panchayats in the tribal areas so that they can also benefit from the digital revolution. A new ITDA is established at Chintur for ensuring good governance and effective implementation of the ST component and protected legislation in scheduled areas. IAS officers are posted as project officers in all the major ITDAs. During the period 2014-15 to 2017-18, an amount of Rupees 3,066 crores has been allocated for education-related schemes for SC students. All the pre-matric ST hostels are converted to residential schools, and 14 Eklavya model residential schools have started functioning. For providing sustainable livelihood between 2014-15 to 2017-18, an amount of Rupees 552.86 crores has been allocated to ST Corporation and loans sanctioned to 3,47,819 beneficiaries. 230 Innova and Bolero vehicles are sanctioned with the outlay of 30 crores under the revised NSTFDC scheme. Rupees 59.87 crores is released to 87,367 ST farmers for coffee plantation. Araku coffee now has presence in Paris, and the government is focusing on developing the agri-value chains of pepper, ginger, turmeric, cashew, exotic vegetables, fruits and other spices in the tribal areas by strengthening the farmer produce organization and developing marketing and storage infrastructure. Under the Giriputrika Kalyana Padakam, so far Rs 1 crores is sanctioned for 2,388 ST brides, 29.52 lakh LNN bed nets were distributed in malaria vulnerable habitations, 39 crores is incurred under the Jagjeevan Jyoti scheme, benefiting 3.98 lakh ST households. During the period from 2014 to 15 to 2017-18, an amount of Rs 25,472 crores is allocated to the BC subplan with 66.4% increase in outlay for 2017-18 compared to 2014-15. The new schemes of NTR Videshi Vidyarana and NTR Unnata Vidyadharana are launched for BC students. 75 new residential schools and 2 new residential junior colleges are sanctioned, and 12 existing residential schools upgraded into junior colleges with a total outlay of Rs 267 crores. Infrastructure upgradation of residential schools is sanctioned with an outlay of 229.76 crores. The allocation for BC Finance Corporation is increased from Rs 70 crores in 2014-15 to 666 crores in 2017-18, and the government has decided to reintroduce the Adharana scheme to cover 5 lakh beneficiaries during the 2018-19. For ensuring the gainful livelihood to members of the Washerman, Nai, Brahmin, Vadera, Bhattaraja, Sagar Uppara, Valmiki Boya, Krishna Balija, Pusala, Medara, Vishwa Brahmin, Kumari, Salivana, and Todi Tapas committees, Rs 315 crores allocated 2017-18 to the welfare federations, and the existing scheme is restructured for benefiting individual members. Rs 35 crores allocated in 2017-18 for the welfare of Todi Tapas for the first time. For welfare of 32 BC communities listed in Group A, the AP Most Backward Classes Welfare and Development Corporation is established and allocated Rs 60 crores in 2017-18. The government is committed to ensuring the welfare and development of the Kapu community and for meeting their aspirations. The AP Kapu Welfare and Development Corporation is established and Rs 2,100 crores allocated during the last 3 years for new schemes encompassing education, livelihood and skill development. Maintenance fee under post-metric scholarship to the Kapu students is being sanctioned from 2017-18. The government has allocated Rs 263 crores for the welfare of the economically backward classes in the year 2017-18, the highest allocation ever made. During the period from 2014-15 to 2017-18, an amount of Rs 2,679.38 crores is allocated for minorities' welfare. Focus is placed on the education development, and 6 new residential schools are sanctioned with an outlay of Rs 90 crores. The new scheme of overseas education and NTR Vidyonati have been launched. For providing sustainable livelihoods, loans are sanctioned to 40,111 beneficiaries during 2014-15 to 2017-18 by the AP State Minorities Finance Corporation and AP State Christian Minorities Corporation. The new scheme of honorarium for Pesh Imams and Mauzans and Ramzan Tofa scheme are being implemented. Hajj houses is sanctioned in Kadapa and Vijayawada. 10,954 brides have benefited from the Dulhan scheme. For the Christian community, the scheme of pilgrimage to the Holy Land of Jerusalem is revived and subsidies enhanced from Rs 20,000 to Rs 40,000 per pilgrim. The grant for church construction is enhanced from Rs 3 lakhs to Rs 5 lakhs. Christian Bhavan has been sanctioned at Guntur, and the new scheme of Chandrana Christmas Karnuka has benefited 1 lakh Christian families. The government believes that all sections of society in Andhra Pradesh have a right for equitable growth and development, and that the enabling framework of sustainable development goals, Samaja Vikasam and Kutumba Vikasam, coupled with real-time governance, will lead to the empowerment of all the sections of our society and towards universal prosperity and happiness. My government is committed to extend Rs 10,000 to each SHG woman with an estimated expenditure of Rs 8,600 crores for 86 lakh women SHG members in the state. Of this, an amount of Rs 6,993 crores has been released so far. Additionally, an amount of Rs 2,514 crores has been paid towards interest subsidy. My government is committed to release the balance of interest subsidy during the next year. It is a matter of pride to note that Andhra Pradesh is the only state in the country to provide 13,500 crores every year with zero interest, which accounts for 37% of national bank linkage amount nationwide with 98% recovery. Srinidhi Cooperative Society is arranging Rs 1,000 crore interest-free bank loans to SHG women for undertaking livelihood activities to improve their income. My government intends to ensure Rs 10,000 income to each SHG women family by providing interest-free loans and enabling them to access different government schemes. A novel scheme of Sadhikara Mitra is launched by my government, wherein a trained SHG woman acts as a bridge between the government and 30 to 35 households in her neighbourhood to improve the service delivery of government schemes to reach the eligible beneficiaries. 3.57 lakh women in the rural areas and 1.14 lakh women in urban areas are engaged in this scheme. My government is implementing the PM-JJBY Chandrana Bima scheme, covering 2.46 more crore citizens. The state providing 5 lakhs in case of accidental or permanent disability, rupees 2 lakhs for natural death and for persons of 18 to 50 years age group, and rupees 30,000 for the age group 51 to 60. During the 2016-17, the 590 crores of claim amounts were disbursed to 79,960 families. In addition, rupees 202 crore was sanctioned as a scholarship to the students under this scheme. It is a unique scheme in the country with largest coverage, providing quality service and being managed by SHG women federations. My government has ensured food security to the last person in the state through technology-enabled public distribution system. As many as 1.42 crore BPL families are being served through supply of essential commodities. Red gram dal is being distributed 1 kg per month, subsidized 1 kg per card per month at subsidized price to tribal families. With a view to ensure festive celebration in every household, commodities are provided through public distribution system under the Christmas gift, Sankranti Kanuka and Ramzan Tofa. Andhra Pradesh is the first state in the country to automate fair price shop. This initiative has led to an estimated saving of rupees 1,526 crores in the expenditure. In another new initiative, my government launched the Chandrana Village Mall in Guntur and Vijayawada as pilot project, wherein existing fair price shops will diversify for providing branded products at affordable prices to consumers living away from urban areas. In the first phase, the government is proposing to develop 6,500 such malls across the state. Andhra Pradesh has emerged as the first big state in the country to achieve 100% LPG connections state. In the 2017 alone, 12.46 lakh LPG connections were provided under the Deepam scheme, taking the total number of beneficiaries till date to 54.39 lakh families. Under the tribal welfare package, the department is supplying mini LPG cylinders to 1.57 lakh tribal families. My government is implementing the social protection under the NTR Bharosa, under which monthly pension rupees 1,000 to old widow, weavers and toddy tappers, primitive tribal groups, ART, kidney patients, disabled persons with disability below 79% and 1,500 per month to persons with more than 80% disability is provided. The number of pensions is now proposed to cross 50 lakh mark, making it the largest social security scheme in the entire country with an increased monthly amount. My government is now introducing a pension of rupees 1,500 to transgenders and single women from next year onwards. My government is spending 5,450 crores this year on this flagship program. Of this, the GOI share is only 284.17 crores at rupees 300 to 9.3 lakh pensioners. My government is continuously taking innovative steps for improvement of maternal and child health to meet the sustainable development goals. To provide enhanced and strengthened service under the NTR under the Dr. NTR Vaidya Seva, my government is implementing 1,044, 873 surgical and 170 medical procedures to the poor people who are below poverty line with enhanced cash limits of financial coverage from rupees 2 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs per family. AP is the only state in the country to provide CT and MRI scanning free of cost at all district hospitals. I am confident that the establishment of AIIMS in Mangalagiri and several world-class research medical centers and hospitals in the capital city of Amaravathi will bring about a qualitative change in the health profile of the state. Other major health-related initiatives of my government to reduce IMR, MMR, malnutrition, and to attain national benchmarks include 1.46 crore free lab tests, 7.2 lakh free teleradio radiology services. In addition, 2.4 lakh mothers availed the Talli Bidda Express, 1.6 NTR baby kits, and 21 lakh mosquito nets were distributed. 1.97 lakh patients were covered in the NTR Vaidya Seva. My government is implementing the Anna Amrita Hastam in 104 projects and covering 2.92 lakh pregnant and lactating women. Health services are also being provided in PPP mode to ensure better delivery with quality. Reputed national and international institutions are engaged as technology partners to provide technical inputs. Services being delivered in this mode are Talli Bidda Express, NTR Vaidya Pariksha, free diagnostic laboratory services, teleradiology, X-ray services, teleradiology, CT scan, NTR baby kit, national free dialysis, Chandrana Sanchara Chikitsa, Mukhyamantri Arogya Kendralu, Mukhyamantri Eye Kendram, biomedical equipment maintenance service, hospital sanitation, security, pest and rodent control, CHC sanitation services, hospital linen and laundry services. Mahaprasthanam technology partners associated with these programs are George Institute for Global Health, International Academy of Environment and Public Health, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, World Health Organization, CSIR, Quality Council of India, National Accreditation Board, the Energy Research Institute, AIIMS and Administrative Staff College of India. Towards transforming the state as a knowledge hub economy, as an instrument of future economic growth and employment committed to achieve 10% literacy by 2019, my government will soon embark on conducting online courses through AP e-knowledge exchange. This will be a forum for discussion for students, schools and researchers. About 1 lakh teachers have already been partnered in this endeavour. My government is moving with a circulation approach for primary education, enrollment, infrastructure and learning outcome as a foundation for lifelong learning. 2,358 digital classrooms are proposed to set up in 2017-18. Virtual classrooms and internet connectivity is provided to 3,500 schools. Physical literacy is increased in schools for all classes. In order to promote quality education, my government has established 4,000 model schools. 1.82 lakh bicycles are provided to girl students up to class 9 on the Buddy Costa scheme. Various steps like providing MIS for schools, Aadhaar seeded and student enrollment data, biometric attendance, KPIs on performance of students, teachers and school infrastructure to upgrade school education, ensuring proper teacher-pupil ratio are producing encouraging results. My government is targeting to improve the gross enrollment ratio in higher education to make Andhra Pradesh as a knowledge economy. Towards this end, Private University Act has been enacted to attract world-class institutions. Technical education is reaching new heights in the state, and with the advent of new premier institutions in engineering, medicine, management and other disciplines, I am sure my government will make Andhra Pradesh the hub of technical education. Strengthening of polytechnics and ITIs in the state is recognized as the key enabler for job creation. My government has created a system of 10-star rating for Gram Panchayat to foster competition and to rate the availability of certain infrastructure and saturation of certain welfare provisions. We are proud that the 37 Gram Panchayats of Andhra Pradesh are identified among the 83 most developed panchayats across the country by Rural Development Ministry under the Antyodaya scheme. The Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, has awarded Andhra Pradesh as the best performing state in the plain area category under the National Urban Mission. My government accords highest priority for provisions of potable drinking water to the people residing in rural areas of the state. During the period 2014 to 17, 6,197 habitations have been covered under various schemes. During 2017-18, out of the 1047 habitations targeted for coverage, 830 habitations are covered so far. 850 problematic habitations, including the area where kidneys were affected in Srikakulam and Prakasham districts, have been programmed to be covered with reverse osmosis plans through hub and spoke model. My government, with intent to supply 70 LPC drinking water with house tap connections to all households, has formed the Andhra Pradesh Drinking Water Supply Corporation. My government has proposed to construct underground drainage of length 2,366 kilometers and 1,340 GPs, having population more than 5,000 in the current financial year. The state has been proactive in implementing the MG and NREGS program. 1628 GP buildings were completed in the last 3 years, as against 472 GP buildings prior to bifurcation. 3,628 Anganwadi buildings are completed, with 3,559 buildings are under progress. Similarly, only 31 mandal buildings are constructed under MGRs prior to 2014, while 346 have been completed after June 2014. As in the construction of 1,112 kilometers of CC roads under the MG and REGS before 2014, 15,951 kilometers CC roads are completed post-bifurcation till date, while 3,150 kilometers of road length is in progress. Pakka housing for all eligible families is a priority area for my government. My government is constructing around 19 lakh houses at an appropriate cost of rupees 50,000 crores. It is planned to hand over 5 lakh houses in urban areas under the PMA NTR Nagar scheme and 1.34 lakh houses in the urban NTR housing scheme BLC by March 2019. It is targeted to complete 2.50 lakh rural houses by June 2018 and 5.10 lakh rural houses by January 2019. Further, 4.42 lakh houses pertaining to earlier housing scheme are targeted for completion by March 2019. My government has provided the highest unit cost both under the NTR rural housing and NTR urban housing. Andhra Pradesh is making significant strides towards achieving a clean and green state. The state government has launched ODF action plan for rural areas to declare the entire rural Andhra Pradesh as ODF in 2018. In the last 1 year, we have moved from 36% rural household coverage to more than 80% household coverage as of now. Out of the 12,854 GPs in the state, 6,311 GPs are declared as ODF, while 6 districts, namely West Godavari, SPS Nellore, Krishna, East Godavari, Prakasham and Guntur, are declared as ODF districts. All the 113 ULBs were declared as ODF on 2nd October 2016 and certified by the Quality Council of India. Inspired by the noteworthy progress made in ODF, my government has moved to the next stage, ODF Plus, focusing on compost, dung urbanization and campaigns. To handle municipal solid waste, the state government awarded 10 waste to energy products under the PP model to handle 5,191 tons per day of waste. My government has laid out a roadmap to transform Andhra Pradesh into a digital Andhra Pradesh and as a knowledge hub of society of global repute by promoting innovation, electronics and IT and real-time e-governance. The robust and enabling policy environment has helped in attracting marquee names in the IT sector like HCL Technologies Limited, Conduent Business Services India, ANSR Consultants Private Limited, Franklin Templeton Investments, Munoz Industries. Andhra Pradesh has developed a vision for the IT sector in the state to create 1 lakh IT jobs and bring in investments worth $2 billion. It also envisions to create 2 lakh jobs in the electronics sector and bring investment worth $5 billion in the electronics sector. My government is setting up a hardware hub with companies like Foxconn, Reliance, Jio and Cellcon. Since the reorganization of Andhra Pradesh state, my government added 355 IT and IT-allied firms, creating 23,393 new IT jobs, whereas as of June 2014, the IT sector could support only 132 firms. In all, 159 startup firms from various emerging sectors like IoT, healthcare, agriculture, data science, and fintech have been incubated till date. During the academic year 2017-18, 222 colleges in the state were registered with AP Information Technology Academy, 5,703 students were trained in soft skills, 2,306 students in blockchain technologies through hackathon, 2,781 in aptitude and reasoning, 935 in animation, and 613 Oracle technologies, 517 IBM cloud applications, 224 in NI Lab U IoT technology, and 163 on SAP courses. My government has conducted Prajasadhikara survey, or the Smart Pulse Pro survey, for detailed socio-economic information on about 1.35 crore households and 4.35 crore citizens. This information is being interfaced with the People's Hub, which is being developed as a single source of truth and ultimately create a golden record of all the citizens in the state. Likewise, a golden record of the land, forest, and riverine ecosystems of the state is being developed as a land hub for leveraging state-of-the-art IT and mobile technologies to plug leakages in welfare schemes and to ensure the benefits reach the targeted population. In a first of its kind in our country and based on standards-driven enterprise architecture, my government is implementing the e-Pragati IT project, which seeks to bring all inter- and intra-departmental process flows online and ultimately transform my government into a paperless entity. In a first of its kind, a real-time governance state center is established at the Andhra Pradesh Secretariat to provide seamless and frictionless real-time governance with the motto of people first and leading to a happiness index of 80%. With the help of the state-of-the-art technology intervention and big data analytics, RTGC is enabling the government to take optimal data-driven decisions. Asia's biggest video conference hall at the Real-Time Governance Command Control Center has been set up, which has improved review, monitoring, and quick flow of instructions to field staff, consisting of a central hub at the Secretariat with 13 district centers, the core team monitors with feeds from the People's Hub, the AP Fiber Grid, the AP Content, the AP Towers, the AP Drones, and the AP Virtual Classes Corporations. RTGS is also houses a dedicated social media team actively engaging with the public regarding the work done by the government on a real-time basis. The Honourable President of India and the C-suite corporation heads have visited the centre and commended the state for this initiative. My government has set up the biggest call centre run by any state government in the country to receive independent feedback from beneficiaries of various schemes. Name Parishkara Vedika. The call centre 1100 is the Citizen Experience Management Centre with more than 2,000 people working 24/7, listening and interacting with the citizens on a day-to-day basis in 3 languages. Additionally, my government is planning to use drones for providing real-time information for governance. With a vision to turn the state into a high-tech hub with a demonstrable use cases, my government is focusing on emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, forensics, IoT, industrial IoT, and fintech, and aim to deploy these global standard tools. Thus, Andhra Pradesh has become the first state in the country to pilot blockchain technology in 2 departments and plans to deploy it across the administration. Likewise, my government is well on its way to develop the state as a hub of electric vehicle ecosystem and is bringing in an electric vehicle policy. Government officials are strong levers in the government machinery, and their efficiency is vital to achieve a knowledge society with optimal citizen happiness. Improving employee productivity and efficiency through technology is another prong for development strategy of my government. To achieve this goal, my government is committed to implement e-office in the entire state to become a trendsetter in the country in paperless governance. Biometric attendance is being implemented in all offices of the state, and we will completely remove physical attendance marking soon. As a result of biometric attendance, punctuality of employees is achieved. Andhra Pradesh became the first state to lay a state-wide high-speed aerial optical network to provide an internet backbone as an e-highway. The state also holds the distinction of becoming the first state in the country to be a triple play service provider, delivering services of telephone, internet and TV channels to its citizens at an affordable cost of ₹149. The AP Fiber network has thus successfully added 1.75 lakh household enterprises, government offices to the digital society. It is targeted to connect 10 million households and 12,000 GPs during the 2018-19. AP Fiber have entered into an agreement with the Google X to establish communication connectivity to 2,000 remote locations. AP Fiber Grid has also undertaken a surveillance project by installing 20,000 cameras on a statewide surveillance network. Andhra Pradesh was one of the first 3 states in the country selected for implementation of Power for All program of the Government of India. The objective is to supply 24/7 quality, reliable and affordable power to all the domestic, commercial and industrial consumers and 7 hours power to agricultural consumers. The state was facing severe energy deficit, 22 MU per day at the time of state formation in June 2014. Due to the various steps initiated by the government, the power deficit has been reduced to nil and shifted from being a power deficit state to currently a power surplus state. All the agriculture feeders are being supplied 7 hours of free power. The rural areas are also being extended 24/7 power supply. The installed capacity in the state has been doubled in the last 3.5 years. It has increased from 8,307 megawatts to 17,520 megawatts. AP Genco has added 1,650 megawatts during the period. Krishnapatnam Supercritical Thermal Power Station and Nagarjuna Sagar Tail Pond Hydro Stations have been commissioned. The energy met has increased from 43,810 MU during 2013-14 to 55,160 MU during 2016-17, registering an increase of 8.7% annually. The per capita consumption of electricity has increased to 1,101 units from 957 units during the period. Andhra Pradesh is in the third state in the country to electrify all households. There are 16.98 lakh agricultural pump sets which have been energized. Substantial investment of rupees 9,235 crores have been made in transmission and distribution segments since June 2014. The state government is promoting renewable energy, particularly solar and wind, in a big way to harness the vast potential of green energy in the state and to reduce its carbon footprint. The government of Andhra Pradesh has come out with a new wind and solar policy during 2015 for attacking investments in the renewable energy sector and providing energy. It is planned to add 10,000 megawatts of solar and 8,000 megawatts of wind energy in the state by 2022. As a result of promotion, the cumulative renewable energy capacity in the state has reached 6,553 megawatts, which includes 3,819 megawatts of wind and 2,144 megawatts of solar. The state has met 19.75% of power through renewable sources during the current year, as against only 3% during 2013-14. My government have taken up 4 ultra mega solar parks at Kurnool, Anantapur and Kadapa with a capacity of 4,000 megawatts with assistance from the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India. The world's largest solar park at one place of 1,000 megawatts capacity has been commissioned in Kurnool. The state is also promoting solar pump sets for new agriculture connections in the state, and has already 18,045 solar pump sets have been commissioned with 89% contribution from the Government of India and the DISCOMs. This is facilitating the farmers to avail daytime supply of electricity. An investment of around 30,000 crores has been made in the state in renewable energy since June 2014. Due to the promotional policies of the state, leading wind manufacturers have set up the manufacturing facility in the state. The state is promoting energy conservation and efficiency measures in a very big way. Under these schemes, 2.17 crore LED bulbs have been distributed to households, 6.1 lakh street lights have been replaced with energy-efficient lights in urban and local bodies, 2.63 lakh energy-efficient fans and 72,639 numbers of energy-efficient tube lights have been distributed to the household, and 12,207 non-ISI pump sets have been replaced with energy-efficient ISI pump sets. 1 lakh inefficient pump sets are proposed for replacement with energy-efficient ISI pump sets during the year. The state has been ranked as #1 state in energy-efficient activities by the World Bank and has won almost all the awards constituted by the Ministry of Power, Government of India and the Bureau of Energy Efficiency Services. The transmission and distribution losses have been reduced from 13.91% in 2013-14 to 9.80% during December 2017. AP has the lowest transmission and distribution losses in the country. It has been planned to bring down the T&D losses to around 5 to 6%. The state is also taking up 160 megawatts wind solar hybrid project with storage with the help of SCCI and the World Bank. This would be the largest wind solar hybrid project with energy storage in the entire world and will be completed by May 2019. The state will be providing smart meters for all the consumers in the continuity of AP FiberNet and will also introducing time of day tariff for consumers shortly. 5.22 lakh SHG women in rural urban areas of the state have been provided financial assistance of rupees 2,152 crore towards our endeavour of ensuring 10,000 per month per family. My government, with a view to provide subsidized hygienic food to the poorer sections in the urban local bodies, proposed to establish 203 Anna canteens in 114 municipal corporations and 4 municipalities. 3 Anna canteens are already established. My government is strengthening for the education and infrastructure in municipal schools in order to provide quality education to the poor and downtrodden people so as to equip them to compete with those studying in private schools. My government has taken up the Andhra Pradesh Urban Water Supply and Septage Management and Improvement Project with a capital outlay of 4,189 crores to provide infrastructure facilities in 42 non-Amrit local bodies with the assistance of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. My government is formulating a critical infrastructure investment plan with a capital outlay of 10,742 crores for achieving service level benchmarks in identified key performance indicators like water supply, sewerage, stormwater drainage, roads, solid waste management, parks and green spaces in all the 110 ULBs of the state. The milestones achieved by my government in challenging journey of development of Amaravathi are spectacular and the speed is unrivaled given the shortest span of 38 months' time. Amaravathi is envisioned as the people's capital with the world's best infrastructure and is a global destination of people, investments and jobs. The planning principle of Amaravathi ensure to make it the most livable, efficient, sustainable, blue and green city. Amaravathi is destined to become the happy city on the globe. The city's development has entered crucial phase of construction. The innovative and equitable land pooling scheme has become a case study across the globe. As on date, 33,556 acres have been pooled from 27,315 volunteering farmers. My government has delivered its mandate by reallocating 60,150 number of plots to the 24,383 LPS farmers, of which 35,493 residential and 24,622 commercial plots. I am happy to state that the pensions to 20,996 landless families are being disbursed in the name of women members of the family. My government has brought the governance to the doorsteps of the people by shifting the Secretariat, Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council to the Transit Government Accommodation in Amaravathi by developing it in a record time of 192 days. The development of the city infrastructure in an integrated manner with roads and other utilities like water supplies, sewer and ducts for the power and telecom cables are taken up, ensuring the no dig in future. The total estimated outlay for the infrastructure consisting of Tier 1, LPS Infra and Amaravathi Government Complex as of today is Rs 45,253 crores, out of which 74% has already been tendered. Out 40% under execution and 26% is at the stage of detailed project report. The Amaravathi Government Complex is an area of 1,375 acres, would essentially be the hub of the state administration and governs with the Legislative Assembly, Council, High Court, Raj Bhavan, Secretariat, HOD buildings and the government housing. AGC master plan has been developed with world's best sustainable principles like microclimatic conditioning, blue-green interface, eco-friendly, non-motorized transportation, green energy, energy-saving district cooling systems, etc. The legislature complex is being built with an iconic design and people-centric approach with a built-up area of about 8 lakh square feet. The design of the High Court complex is inspired from the historical Buddhist stupa architecture with a total built-up area of 15 lakh square feet. The integrated Secretariat HOD building is being designed over a built-up area of 50 lakh square feet. Over 3,840 units of apartment housing for MLAs, AIS, NGO, GO and Class 4 employees are under construction. Amaravathi has been declared as the first greenfield smart city. Amaravathi is envisioned not just as an administrative capital, but also as a global economic hub. Top-notch universities, VIT, SRM have already started the academic sessions in this newly built Amaravathi campus with about 1,000 students, and other universities like Amrita are going to start from the next academic year. The master development of the startup area by Singapore Consortium is going to start in 2018. The MICE hub has been planned to be developed through a PPP with estimated investment of INR 1220 crores. The government has partnered with various foreign governments like the Government of Singapore for the preparation of the master plan for the city as well as the capital region, development of startup areas and technical assistance, Government of UK for investment promotion, Government of Japan for preparation of transportation plan and financing the city, and Government of Australia in providing best practices on water sustainability and creating active blue-green spaces in the city. In addition to the private investment, CRDA is also developing an IT tower with a built-up area of about 1 million square feet for developing IT sector with a demand from non-resident Telugus who have expressed their interest to contribute to the economy of the state's greenfield capital. My government is committed to the welfare of the economically weaker sections and is constructing 5,024 EWS houses and 9,468 middle-income housing in Amaravathi. The Vijayawada, Tirupati and Visakhapatnam airports have witnessed highest growth in the country in terms of passenger traffic. The works of the new airports at Bhogapuram, Oravakallu, Dagadarthi, Nagarjuna Sagar, Donakonda and expansion works of Vijayawada Rajamandir are under progress. A 10% government-owned SVP, Bhogapuram International Airport Corporation, is formed for developing the Greenfields Airport at Bhogapuram, Vijayanagaram district in an area of 2,700 acres at an estimated cost of Rs 2,400 crore in PPP mode. Andhra Pradesh has 14 notified ports, of which 4 are captive ports. In spite of the challenging economic scenario, Andhra Pradesh has handled 130.6 million metric ton cargo in 2016-17. AP is expected to handle about 13% of total cargo handled at Indian ports in financial year 18 and is the third highest in the country, only after Gujarat and Maharashtra. My government has initiated land pooling and land acquisition works of Machilipatnam and Bhavanapadu ports. Development, operation and maintenance of Greenfield Port at Bhavanapadu and Srikakulam district is finalized and is finalized to be awarded. Large investments in offshore exploration of oil and natural gas by ONGC, RIL and Vedanta are being anticipated in 2018. On the inland waterways front, we are expediting the land acquisition in East Godavari, West Godavari and Krishna. 10,279 kilometers of roads were improved and 167 bridges were constructed in the last 3 years under the various schemes, incurring an expenditure of 7,621 crores, to 2,970 kilometers of road is widened during this year. It is intended to connect all habitation with all-weather roads and to develop the roads connecting mandal headquarters to mandal headquarters to district headquarters, and district headquarters to state capital on a priority depending upon traffic. Certain identified roads which will provide critical connectivity to seaports, airports, industrial clusters, SEZs to the nearest highway are proposed to be widened to 4-lane in order to achieve overall economic development of the state. Amaravathi Anantapuram Expressway, the spurs to Kurnool, which spurs to Kurnool and Kadapa for a total length of 557 kilometers. The project cost of Rs 25,000 crores is proposed to develop Rayalaseema region by connecting the backward Anantapuram with Amaravathi. A computerized road management system by using automated data for preparation of multi-year rolling programs for road improvements and annual maintenance plans is established. As per the government commitment on reducing the fatalities in road accidents, number of initiatives are being taken up, such as black spot improvements, geometrical improvements to non-standard curves on state highways, junction improvements, widening of narrow culverts. Action plan for the coming 3 years are prepared to reduce the fatalities due to road accidents. Providing employment to youth is at the top of our priority list. While encouraging employment in the private sector, my government is issuing notifications for vacancies in various government departments. Sports persons are getting encouragement and adequate infrastructure support to prove their talent in international forums. The AP State Youth Policy aims to make the youth the most employable and address the overall welfare of youth from social and economic disadvantaged sections of society. Skills training and job facilitation activities are being taken in a big way for the benefit of students and unemployed youth. While 6 lakh people will be benefited from these activities in financial year 2017-18, it is planned to scale up the skill development program to reach out to 1 million beneficiaries in financial year 2018-19. 1,000 skill development centers will be set up in the identified social welfare, tribal welfare schools, degree and engineering colleges across the state to provide employability skills and training in new technologies to make them job ready. 6 centers of excellence and 34 technical skill development institutions have been operationalized in the current year in partnership with the German major Siemens, with a capacity to train 1 lakh students in the industry relevant course. Priority is given for providing placement-linked, market-driven, short-term skilling courses, modern, high-quality skills training infrastructure in collaboration with the industry for strengthening the skilling ecosystem. Action is initiated to train at least 2 lakh unemployed youth in high-demand job roles in 20 identified key sectors in financial year 2018-19. 220 job drives and melas have been conducted this year to enabling employment to 37,000 youth by connecting them to the employers. Government of Andhra Pradesh is committed to ensure balanced, equitable and decentralized and industrial development. On the industry front, I am happy to note that Andhra Pradesh has been attracting investment across sectors such as automobile, food processing, textiles and spinning and marine products, electronics, cement, etc. Various initiatives taken up during the first 3.5 years of the government, such as policy frameworks, online systems such as single desk portal, industrial infrastructure development, as well as investment promotion, road shows across various such countries such as China, Japan, Singapore, South Korea, UAE, UK, Switzerland, etc., are resulting in large-scale investors' interest in the state. Andhra Pradesh is currently tracking 1,946 large and mega projects across 18 departments, rupees 13.54 lakh crores, committed investment and employment of 31 lakhs. Of these, 531 projects have commenced operations, committed investment of 1.2 lakh crores and committed employment of 2.64 lakhs. Further, there are 1,140 projects in advanced stage of implementation with committed investment of rupees 5.69 lakh crores and committed employment of 11.1 lakh crores. In recently concluded Partnership Summit 2018, the government signed another 734 MOUs with investment potential of 4.39 lakh crores and employment potential of 11 lakhs, which will also be tracked. Government of Andhra Pradesh is tracking projects to an online investment tracker, which has been made transparent and open for public viewing. The tracker also provides a drill-down facility to track employee details of companies that have gone into production. Some of the prominent companies that have started production in the state include Isuzu Motors, Pepsi, Mondelez, Foxconn, Berger Paints, Aurobindo Pharma, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Cellcon, Colgate-Palmolive, amongst many others. There is also a strong pipeline of investment with companies such as Kia Motors, Greenply, Asian Paints, RINL in advanced stages of implementation. In the MSME sectors, 26,368 units have been established with an investment of rupees 11,779 crores, providing employment to 3.09 lakh persons. To further promote MSME, the government will be establishing a dedicated MSME corporation. MSME parks with plug-and-play facilities are also planned in 175 assembly constituencies in a phased manner. Andhra Pradesh is ranked number 1 in the country in the ease of doing business, as per the 2016 assessment of states conducted by the DIPP and World Bank. Through the single desk portal, over 26,000 approvals have been provided to set up industry within the state. Since 2014, government has released to the 3,061.01 crores of industrial incentives against 16,792 claims. The AP Public Service Delivery Guarantee Act 2000 has been enacted where timelines have been stipulated for delivery of public services. Currently, 74 services across 22 departments are covered under the Act. Andhra Pradesh is now working on benchmarking reforms with global standards and is also working with the Lee Kuan Yew School of Public Policy to undertake further business reforms to further improve the business environment. The government of Andhra Pradesh in implementing 2 large industrial corridor projects, the Visakhapatnam-Chennai Industrial Corridor and the Chennai-Bangalore Industrial Corridor. Various infrastructure projects across roads, power, industrial infrastructure and water supply are being undertaken. VCIC, with the support of Asian Development Bank, projects worth rupees 1,862.69 crores have already been tendered out. Out of the 4 nodes under the VCIC, master planning of 2 nodes, Visakhapatnam and Srikalahasti Padu, will be completed shortly. Under the CBIC, development of Krishnapatnam node is being taken up. The conceptual master plan has been approved. Government has enacted the AP Industrial Corridor Development Authority Act 2017 and shall set up the authority shortly to ensure planned development of the corridors in the state. The investment by Kia Motors and ancillaries and vendors will be a game changer for the Anantapur district, which is emerging as a strong automobile hub with a more number of auto components manufacturing setting up facilities. Chittoor district with Tirupati and Sri City as clusters are being developed as hubs for electronics manufacturing. Visakhapatnam is being developed as an IT and fintech hub, apart from being developed as a manufacturing hub for pharmaceuticals, aerospace and defence and engineering projects. Districts of Guntur and Krishna are already strong hubs for textiles and food processing. We are developing 1 ultra-mega food park at Kurnool, 6 mega and 5 integrated food parks across Vijayanagaram 3, Visakhapatnam, Prakasham, Nellore 2 each, Chittoor 2, Kadapa and Anantapuramu. And Andhra Pradesh is endowed with unmatched tourism potential and diverse ecology, and each region contributing to its splendor and exuberance. Although bifurcation was a major setback to the state in terms of recognition and confidence in tourism sector, but it has regained and consolidated its position in tourism. Ecosphere, and now the state is the third largest state in India in terms of domestic tourist arrivals. Aggressive promotion through marquee events has brought recognition of Andhra Pradesh as a premium destination in international media like Discovery and National Geographic. Initiatives in heli tourism, Araku Balloon Show, Kakinada Beach Festival, multimedia shows, food festivals, TU-142, adventure sports, the proposed hovercraft and INS Virat are generating huge interest among tourists in Andhra Pradesh. The state was awarded the Best State for Comprehensive Development of Tourism Award by the Honourable President on 27 September 2017. At the international level, Andhra Pradesh is being awarded the Best Emerging Destination Award in the ITB Berlin. My government continues to strive for the promotion of new tourism projects in ecotourism, heritage tourism, beach tourism, village tourism and infrastructure by facilitating private investment and initiatives. 51% of the MOUs signed in the first and second partner summit have been grounded, and the third summit got a tremendous response with 49 projects worth rupees 4,400 crores getting initiated. The expectations of tourism sector in employment creation and contribution to the economy are very high, and my government will continue to harness this vital resource. The non-resident Telugu spread across the globe are a natural extension of the populace living in AP and have been our best flag bearers across the globe over the years. The government recognizes their capabilities and is committed to their well-being. A comprehensive migrants' welfare and development policy has been brought out this year to address all issues related to the NRTs. Migrant Resource Centre and Migrant Economic Reintegration Centres are being set up to provide necessary guidance and handholding for the AP migrants. Schemes such as NRT Helpline, Prasandra, Bharosa and Emergency Relief Fund will go a long way in mitigating the hardship being faced with some of the AP migrants, especially in the Gulf region. Happiness of our people is the most important goal of my government. Adopting the methodology of United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network's World Happiness Framework, we have estimated the district-wise happiness of our people. We also follow the global benchmarks of Global Competitiveness Index and Ease of Doing Business Index to identify the position of Andhra Pradesh relative to other states and countries and to design strategies to reach one of the top positions. All the key development programs of my government are monitored real-time through to real-time outcome monitoring system, reflecting the commitment and culminating the efforts of the state to ensure happiness and well-being of the people. My government has decided to set up a happiness commission. Our efforts in adopting participating and digital financial inclusion, real-time governance and an integrated framework consist of 5 themes: GVA, KPI, SDG, Samaja Vikasam and Kutumba Vikasam will go a long way in accomplishing the vision targets and in setting global benchmarks. My government had tied up with the Lee Kuan School of Public Policy Singapore and the UNICEF for independent third-party evaluation of our government schemes and programs to further improve the efficiency and effectiveness. My government, after taking reins of administration, has embraced a systematic improvement of law and order. Technology was infused into policing, police administration streamlined, left-wing extremism brought under full control, spread of tourism has been prevented, and rowdyism fully brought under control. People are able to work and sleep peacefully. We are going to further reform the administration law and order machinery to make my state a model state where the police are invisible and the policing is visible. Agri-Gold scheme is one of the largest scams Ponzi schemes are wherein Agri-Gold group of companies collected huge deposits from the gullible section of the people of various states, including Andhra Pradesh, by promising them a high rate of interest or register a piece of land in lieu thereof. The accused company neither returned these amounts to the depositor nor did the registered plots as promised. 19.43 lakh accounts worth rupees 3,945 crore out of the 32.02 lakh accounts worth rupees 6,380 crore pertain to Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Subhash Chandra Foundation has filed an petition before the High Court showing their interest to take over the company, and it is under consideration. Due to non-refund of deposited money, 136 deposit agents either committed suicide or died due to stress, again caused by the loss of their hard-earned money. The state of Andhra Pradesh has taken a unique initiative and sanctioned an amount of rupees 5 lakh each to deceased families as ex gratia to help the victim families. Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh given checks of rupees 5 lakh each to the 100 deceased persons on March 1, 2018. My government has won as many as 38 awards of national, international importance in the recent past. 9 projects from Andhra Pradesh have been selected for Scotch. Order of Merit Award this year. Out of the 5 projects related to Panchayat Raj and Rural Development and IT, the state has created a hat-trick record by continuously bagging the National Energy Conservation Award from BEE, Minister of Petroleum, Government of India, for the last 3 years since 2015. The World Bank has ranked Andhra Pradesh as the #1 state in the country in the energy efficiency implementation readiness. We, as a state of 5 crore people, the government and the private sector, have to strive hard for a common cause of rebuilding our state by overcoming the pains of bifurcation. Our state is endowed with vast natural resources, coastline and huge skilled manpower as our strength to be exploited to realize our dream of being not only the foremost state in the country, but a power to reckon with in the Asia-Pacific region and a global destination. I reassure the people of Andhra Pradesh that my government will not rest till our dreams are realized to be a happy, inclusive and innovative society, and till the fruits of development reach the last man. Jai Hind.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
ఏపీ అసెంబ్లీ బడ్జెట్ సమావేశాలు ప్రారంభమయ్యాయి. ఉభయ సభలను ఉద్దేశించి గవర్నర్ ప్రసంగించారు. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రం అన్ని రంగాల్లో ముందుకెళ్తుందంటున్నారు.